So now that we got 2v8 mode, I literally have to say that this is honestly the best modifier or the best thing that ever came to Dead by Daylight in my opinion. Like, I don't think this mode should be limited. I think it should be permanent until they of course add more killers to the game. But I'm wondering if they can update the mode while we still have the mode, while we still have the modifier. I have a bad feeling it is anyways, because they kind of have to. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can work on the game while we still have the modifier. But I really just don't want this modifier to go. It's addictive, fun, fast paced, and an excellent break from the casual game mode flow. Like, even if it is just these 5 killers, and I understand people not being a fan of these 5 killers, especially if you don't even touch these 5 killers, or you're not even good with these 5 killers. But it's like, in time, I think this mode will eventually become the most played mode to ever exist in Dead by Daylight. And that's just because of how addictive it is. Like, I honestly might just play 2v8 until they take it off. I don't know if I would go back to casual mode. I feel like just having a killer by your side just makes everything a lot more fun. Especially with the game being jam-packed with survivors. Every time I play Huntress, it's like I'm playing whack-a-mole or something. But I'm just throwing what I'm supposed to be hitting the whack-a-moles with. I just see a whole bunch of survivors running and I'm just throwing hatchets all the way from a distance, hitting them. It's the most funnest thing ever. Besides Huntress though, I think the best killer partner for all killers, like just in general, is definitely a tie between Huntress and Nurse. Only because Huntress, she can catch you from a distance, and then if the partner is all the way over there where the survivor got hit, your partner could just finish that survivor off. I've done that a couple of times, actually too many times that hit. Or with Nurse, say if a survivor is already injured, she can just teleport to that survivor and then wind up downing them. Or whatever the scenario may be where the Nurse can cover large distances and just injure a survivor, and the partner can finish that survivor off. What I also really like about this game mode is that the killers have their own skill set. See, when they first mention skill sets, I'm thinking it will be perks that exist in the normal game mode, but just within that specific killer, if that makes sense. So for example, Huntress will have like Iron Maiden or something. I guess technically she does without the expose, because in her skill set she can reload hatchets faster from the lockers and everything like that. So it kind of gives you that vibe. Every killer has their own unique one, and that's what I do like, and I'm kind of curious about for the future, because I'm curious on how they're gonna make every killer work in this mode and how they will pair with every specific other killer. The killer skills are a great asset to the game mode, and I'm just glad that they added it, because it does help a lot. Like, I think if it was just base and the killers just had no perks or nothing to really help them, same thing with the survivor side, like that would be kind of bland. So I'm glad they added some spice to it by adding the skills for not only killers but survivors as well. Survivors just have the freedom to pick which class they want. They don't have a specific set class for a specific survivor, considering you can choose any survivor, just not any killer. I know one of the major issues with this game mode though is that it has long queue times, and I kind of expected that, because it's like everybody and their moms is gonna want to be playing this shit. That's almost like Jason coming to the game. It's like you would expect everybody to be playing as Jason, right? I mean, it took him a minute and we still don't have him in the game yet, so you can only imagine him finally coming to the game in his PTP mode and everybody wants to play as Jason. Nobody's gonna find a match until like 5 hours, and that's kind of how it feels like when you play killer in this mode, which again I understand because everybody is playing this, so of course queue times will be flooded. But that's really the only issue I have with this mode. Other than that, this mode is something brand new that this game really needed. Like, if we got this like 2 years ago, I can only imagine the killer roster now. I'm pretty sure it would be already packed with killers. I would say that's another issue, but then it's like it's not an issue because they have to work on this mode and make it make sense for each killer, right? Because like, sure, they want it to be chaos, but they want it to be organized chaos. That's why of course we have killer skills and whatnot. Again, I really just hope that this game mode would stay permanent. I really don't want this game mode to go in 13 days. I know it's 13 days and it might feel like, I don't know, a month that we have this mode, but I just want this mode to stay. I think this mode is hands down the best modifier we gotten. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see other modifiers arrive in the game, but it's like I don't want that to replace 2v8 mode. But then it's like I doubt 2v8 mode would stay permanent. I mean, I hope so. It's limited. It's gonna wind up going away and we're gonna have to go back to casual mode. That'll for sure be the saddest day of my life. our lives, I should say. One additional thing I forgot to mention was I hope we also see new maps too, only because I like these maps. I like the original 5 maps we got, but I just of course want to see more original killer maps. I know we of course can't see licensed killer maps because they'll have to expand the map, but having a bigger rotation of maps would definitely be a plus, as long as having a bigger rotation with killers. But anyways, how do you guys feel about 2v8 mode? Should it stay? Should it not stay? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know down below. Love y'all. Take care. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. And peace.